Hello, I am Judge Renteria. I'm here to tell you about your rights. Please listen carefully so that you will understand your rights before talking to the judge who will preside at your hearing today. You have the constitutional right to an attorney. If you want to talk to an attorney, let the judge know. If you do not have an attorney today, you have the right to request more time from the judge in order to obtain an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court will appoint an attorney known as a public defender at no cost to you if there is a possibility of jail sentence for a charge. However, later on, you may have to pay something for the public defender's service if the court determines you are able to do so. Today, the judge will begin by telling you about the misdemeanors or infractions that you have been charged with committing. The judge will ask you to enter a plea of not guilty, guilty, or no contest. If you plead not guilty, the judge will order that you come back on another day for a trial or for a pretrial conference. A plea of no contest means you will not fight or challenge the charges that have been brought against you. A no contest plea carries the same penalties as a guilty plea, but you are not admitting guilt. If you plead guilty, you're admitting that the charges against you are true. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, the judge can sentence you today. However, you have the right to return for sentencing no later than 45 days from today. If you plead guilty or no contest, you will not have a trial and you will be giving up and waiving these important constitutional rights. The presumption of innocence, the right to a speedy public trial, the right to have an impartial jury of individuals hear the case against you and decide if you are guilty or not guilty, the right to ask the judge alone to decide if you are guilty or not guilty, the right to testify at your own trial and tell the jury or judge about your side of the case. You will also give up the following rights: the right to remain silent at your own trial, the right to make the prosecution prove your guilt on each charge beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to confront and cross-examine in an open courtroom all the witnesses that the prosecution would call to testify against you, the right to have your witnesses subpoenaed to appear in court, the right to appeal the decisions of the judge or the jury, and whether you hire your own lawyer or have one appointed for you, the right to have the lawyer represent you throughout the criminal trial process. There may be other negative consequences based upon a conviction, guilty plea, or plea of no contest, such as increased penalties for later offenses, suspension of your driver's license, negative consequences to your immigration status, or the ability to obtain future housing and employment. Your decision to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest is a personal decision and one that only you can make. Your plea must be made knowingly and voluntarily. In part, this means that you should not plead guilty or no contest or make any other legal decisions if you are now under the influence of drugs or alcohol. You should also not make legal decisions or plea if you are now suffering from a mental health issue that impacts your ability to understand or appreciate the proceedings, or that impacts your ability to understand your decisions. Finally, you should also not plead guilty or no contest if anyone has made threats against you or has made any secret promises to you in return for your plea of guilty or no contest. If you plead to more than one crime, the judge can impose consecutive sentences. This means that the judge may impose separate sentences that run one after another. Fines can also be imposed on each charge to which you enter a plea, and these fines would be in addition to any restitution that may be ordered. There are different classifications of crimes as well as potential punishments associated with each one. Fees are subject to change, so additional court fees may be imposed on any of these fines. A Class A misdemeanor can result in an order that you pay a fine of up to $4,800 and serve a jail term of up to 1 year. A Class B misdemeanor can result in an order that you pay a fine of up to $1,950 and serve a jail term of up to 180 days. A Class C misdemeanor can result in an order that you pay a fine of up to $1,475 and serve a jail term of up to 90 days. If you plead to an infraction, the judge can order you to pay a fine of up to $1,475. Please listen carefully to all the orders the judge gives you today. For example, if you are ordered to complete community service by a certain date, be sure that you do so or a warrant for your arrest will be issued. If you cannot follow an order given by the judge, you should talk to your lawyer immediately or come back to the court and talk to the judge about the problem. The judge may give you extensions for the payment of fines and completion of other court orders. You may also ask the judge to consider community service in lieu of a court fine. It is important that you understand your rights. If you do not understand your rights, you should ask the judge to explain your rights further, or ask the judge to let you talk to your own lawyer or with a court-appointed public defender before deciding how you want to proceed. Thank you very much for your time.